Welcome to TriStar. In this video, we're going to go over how to add a server and a server signature. In order to add a server, we need to go to the server area, which is maintain server and servers. Here we have a list of all of our servers. We're going to either right click or click the maintain button, and then we're going to go new in order to make a new server. So I'm going to be Chano123 with Chano. And here's the signature area with all of your signatures that you have in the system. For now, because we haven't uploaded the signature for this server, we do not have a copy of it. So we're going to leave that blank. And then you can enter any of the other information that you have on the server. The company information, you generally want to put in your company information or leave it blank. If you have an affiliate, then you want to enter the information for their company. Once we have entered that information, if we want to allow them to use the app, then we can select Windsurf Mobile Access and give them a username and ID. This will let them log into the app if you are a company that uses the app. We also want to select the type of server they are. For most people, you want to do registered process server employee. This will affect forms like the POS 10. Let me just go ahead and pull that up really quick. If you look at this form at the second page at the very bottom, you will see that there are all of these options. How you set those options is this right here. So for example, we have registered process server, independent contractor. If that was selected, it would be registered process server and independent contractor. Your forms can be set up so that no matter what is selected, it will always choose registered process server. Some people prefer it that way, but there are also other options available if you prefer to have your servers selected for other options. Then let's go ahead and select that to registered process server. Then there are other options. For example, if you want to select the date that you hired them, this doesn't really affect anything in the program, but it will help you if you wish to go back and keep track of when you hired servers. You also have a termination date and an expiration date. Both of these checkboxes will stop you from entering orders with that server. If either of these boxes are selected, you will not be able to choose that server, or when you choose that server, a message will pop up saying, warning, this server does not work here anymore. And that can be helpful. You also, the expiration date does sometimes appear on forms. It doesn't look like it appears on this form, but there are some forms that require with your registration number to include the expiration date when that registration number expires. So as long as this box is checked and set to a date in the future, it does not matter whether or not the box is checked, they will still be allowed to have orders for them. It's once this box is checked and the date is in the past, then you will not be able to enter orders for them. So now that we've gotten our server, and I'm just going to click, first I want to undo the termination date. And it looks like there's already a server with this ID. So I'm just going to add a few letters. Wow. Okay, let's do video 1. Oh, I see. It's this. There's already somebody with the Windsurf mobile ID. So we're going to go ahead and change that as well. And then we can enter our server right here. Now that we have the server in, we need to go ahead and give them a signature. So in order to do that, we're going to go to tristarsoftware.com. And we're going to go to the customer support area. Now you should already, if you followed the previous video, you should already have a account with us on our ticket system. It's very important that you get an account with us. This is how most of your communication with us will be handled. And now we're going to search signature. And it should show an article called Uploading a Signature. Now, this has all of the do's and don'ts of uploading a process server signature, and you will be given a form like this. This is pretty basic. You can enter your company name and then the process server name. The rest of this information is pretty much for you. The only thing we need is the process server name and the company name. And then they're going to go ahead and sign inside of this box. The way we uploaded signatures is basically just taking a screenshot of this box right here. And then that box is what gets uploaded. So if your server signs outside of the box, it won't show up in the signature on the forms. And if you have if you upload a signature where the background is not this blank white, the same white that we give you in the form, that white will actually show on the forms. So you cannot upload a signature that has a picture taken of it. It has to be a scanned copy. That is the best way to get a signature into the system. So once we have this form, and let's say I've scanned it and now I have the form here, I'm going to go ahead and click submit a ticket. Then I'm going to say, please upload signature. This is a signature for John Doe. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach the file. Oops. Go ahead and attach the file. Now that we have the signature attached, obviously I did not fill it out and scan it. I just went ahead and grabbed the copy, but you would want to fill this out and then scan it and then upload it. Then you can click submit, and we will reply once we have the signature uploaded. Once the signature is uploaded, you can go back to your program and you're gonna go ahead and click done. You're gonna have to load models. This help load models, or if you're in WinCopy, help reload models, is how the program downloads the signature to your computer. So we're going to want to wait for this images section to finish loading. And once it has finished loading, we can go to servers. We can, let's see, what was it? Video 1, I believe, was our code for that new server. And we can edit, and we could click use signature, and then our signature should be in this list. Then once you have the signature, you're going to click OK. And now any forms you make in the future with this server will have their signature. If you have an order that has already been filled out. Now, these orders on this screen have already had their proof of service done, which means whatever signature was set on these proof of services will already have that signature on it. In this case, because we didn't have the signature uploaded, there is currently no signature on this order. So if we upload the signature after we've filled out the proof of service and we assign it to the server after we've already filled out the proof of service, then we need to go to the proof of service, either Control-Shift-P or right-click and select proof of service. Then we need to go to the server tab and we need to go ahead and fill out the signature. So we uploaded Grayline 3000 in this hypothetical situation, and then we're going to go ahead and select Grayline 3000 as the signature. Then once we click OK, when we go and we print the proof of service, it will have that option selected. I'm going to go ahead and turn on PDF mode so I don't have to choose where I save it. You can ignore that for the most part, but now we have our proof of service, and at the bottom we have this Grayline 3000, which was what we assigned at the signature page. If you have a form that does not have the signature on it, after you've uploaded and assigned the signature, it could be that that form is not yet set up to print signatures. By default, a lot of your forms will not have signatures. It's because it used to be that a lot of companies did not want the signatures printing on the forms. They wanted to print them out and sign them by hand. So they don't automatically have that option. If you have this happen, just go back to our ticket area and make a ticket with the attachment of this form and include the attachment and say, this form is not printing the signature even though I've assigned it. And then we will update the form. Once we've updated it, you can go back and reload models, and then the form will print with the signature.